Okay, so I colorized my Quick and Thick Tight Bond glue. We're going to see how we did. So, still a little bit of a gap. Didn't quite close it, but I could mix up a little bit more. But as you can see, well, I was going to say I could sand it down. I'm going to actually sneak some Timbermate in there because I'm going to seal all this stuff with shellac or something like that. But yeah, the Quick and Thick, it colorized pretty well and closed up most of the gap, and the veneer isn't moving. So there you go. You didn't quite do me right to your tape clamp, but it's almost got me all the way there. Like I said, maybe just a bit of Timbermate, even though it's not designed to go on anything but bare wood. It's just going to be a little bit to fill in just a little void here. So yeah, time to just kind of sand down all the corners here and blend it a little bit. And then my case repairs on this dresser, at least down on the bottom here where there was water damage, those will be taken care of. Okay, so as you can see, got my veneers a little raised here, a little bit extra fill. The Quikwood smeared out, and this just looks like something from outer space. So that's actually some leftover tight bond, and I can just scrape off the surface. So I'm going to use a sander. I have a fancy sander. If people want to comment and ask me about it, I did a video. I've done videos about this tool line. It's Festool. Is it expensive? Is it not? Totally. We're going to make a video about that too. But I'm working indoors. I'm in my house. I'm just a few feet from where I work. So I have dust control with this that's unparalleled, except for some even more expensive stuff. But I'm going to use this to sand down and to smooth out these areas. So I'm going to put on my Woodcraft cloth mask. I love this thing. It's great with glasses in case you wear glasses because it doesn't fog up as badly as other systems. And so I'm going to cover up and I'm going to sand this down. Okay, gonna sand down this area, and then there's a corner in here I need to knock down. I should quickly mention, if you can see it, the 400 DTS. I'm running 120 sandpaper. It's actually an old pad, but I knew it was going to get gummed up with the Quikwood. But as you can see, it's cutting pretty quickly. You don't need a much rougher grit than this. It's doing the job, no problem. Okay, so I feel like that's pretty much done. It's good. It's not weird, large, giant lump. And so there's just a pocket in here I need to sand. So let me get set up for that for the people that just really want to see this happen. Okay, so what we have is the Quikwood overflowed here when I clamped it, and so this is the advantage of the Delta. I have the RTS, which is a square, but this is an iron shape, and so it comes to that point. And what's handy about that is you can kind of go underneath things. So a lot of flooring guys, they even make an extended foot for some of their sanding tools where you can get, as I'm doing here, underneath something to sand something else. So anyways, I'm gonna pull this open and I'm gonna knock this down very quickly here. So there's a little bit of a high spot here. And so I think that's going to be close enough. It's the back of the dresser. It's the bottom of the dresser. I need to staple this shut. Nobody's going to know. It's pretty tight. And so now I just got to get my stapler and tack on this back here. And then I'm just going to put some finish on these areas. And I think I'm going to be pretty much good to go. I might do my trick where I tint some quick and thick filler. I just put some Timbermate in this spot. There's a bit of a void, but I don't know. That's nobody's going to know that's there except for me, but it does drive me crazy. So I'll do that, and there's a little void in the front, so I'll make that happen just briefly. And then I'll get on to, I'm going to put some gel stain on these guys, I think, or maybe just some shellac with pigment. But then I have to flip it over and fix the top. So thanks for watching so far. I appreciate the views, and I hope you're having fun. Okay, so a word about this guy I've seen in action. I'm using the old school hose here that comes with a jacket. It looks like NASA in the 60s set it up. It's a DTS 400, the REQ. It has a shape that looks like an iron for clothing. It's called a Delta. It has this extended foot, so I'm going to be able to sneak it in the back of the cabinet here, the dresser, in a second, and sand down a tough to reach area. It also comes to, this narrow point here. So if you are doing refinishing stuff and you're interested, you should check out the sander. You can get a variety of grits, dust collection through the holes. I'm running an extra Velcro pad protector so that the pad on the machine itself doesn't, it keeps it from, extends the life is what I'm trying to say. Also, if you're using net abrasives, the screens, if you don't use that Velcro, it'll burn the hooks on your machine pad. So anyways, this is a super handy sander. It's a good finish sander. It's a decent size, not too heavy. As you saw, it made quick work of the Quikwood. And I just went ahead and blasted some areas. I'm going to put some stain on here, maybe a few more fillers or some glue to smooth it, but it was just quicker just to sand it down and get it to where it's looking relatively even. And then a little bit of color on these old dressers doesn't really affect the value that much. And so yeah, that's pretty much done in that spot, and I'll move on to the back. So yeah, anyways, sorry. DTS 400, and they do have a battery powered version. This is corded, and there's speed control if you need that. So super handy sander for furniture flippers. Recommend it highly.